Honorable members, I'm told that quorum does exist for us to continue from where we stop. Thank you. I now invite the member for Busumbala. He's out. Member for Bundong Kakunda, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, I equally want to join my colleagues to thank His Excellency the Vice President and the Cabinet Ministers present here for coming to listen to us and also to collaborate our effort and ideas so that we can add value to the people that we represent. Honorable Speaker, first of all, I must thank the government of the Gambia through His Excellency President Adam Barrow and all the relevant ministries, especially the Minister of Works, Infrastructure, for giving us a good road with street light. Equally, I must comment Minister of Petroleum and Energy, both the former, the present and the current and the past, yes, Minister, that is Honorable Minister Job and Jimara. We thank you for your effort to give us, to improve the water issue in Bundong, because these are issues that we are talking about and we did all what we could do, but today at least it has improved. So we must commend you for that. Because as it goes, we are all leaders, we are all here to serve our people. But at the end of the day, when we talk about the government, it's about the three arms. So that three arms, we should all work together, regardless of our differences and ideas. So for that being the case, because it's only when you see yourself opposition or part of the government, depending on how you understand your working relationship with your partners. But we are all partners and we are all potential partners that we can make a difference for the people of the Gambia. So on that note, equally to the Minister of Health, I will also commend him because Bundong Maternal and Child Health Hospital, we were struggling with ambulance, but today we had a very brand new ambulance. But we must thank the community of Kakunda Health Center, because by then we were sharing the ambulance, but today we have our own ambulance. So we thank the ministry through the government for providing the ambulance. But equally, we want to appeal to the same hospital, that is the Bundong Maternal and Child Health Hospital, for NAWEC to help us to at least give us a special transformer so that their power issue can be addressed, because the problem that we have there currently, because of the demand and the demand of the patient coming to that hospital is too much. So right now, what we want, Honorable Speaker, is for appealing, because the thing is, at the end of the day, is through this we can be able to connect and collaborate to make things happen. So electricity is a problem for us there because of the transformer. So we want to appeal so that at least we can have our own transformer so that the hospital can operate effectively to serve the general people of Bundong and the surrounding areas. So at the same time, we want to also, I want to also thank the great people of Bundong for coming out during our last cleanup exercise of the new road, the partners and all the donors for coming out to show appreciation and to also take ownership of that Bundong highway. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, what the reason why we are here, we are all here to add value, to change the life of our people. So if that happens, we just have to embrace and accept it and take ownership. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do that, meaning the project is going to be baseless. So on that note also, the Honorable Speaker, on the side of the street light that are currently being installed along all these new roads, I just want to understand who is going to be responsible for the maintenance of those street lights, because most of them are solar lights, and sometimes the panel might be dusty. So, in terms of cleanliness or whatever, because the thing is, for us, as far as Bundong is concerned, we don't want to sit and see things, lights having fault, and we don't know where to go and relay, because we want our lights to be on at any time at all levels. So, Honorable Speaker, and equally also, along the highway, already the community did their part by cleaning. So now, equally, I understand KM, they have started bringing some personnel, but we want to encourage the councils. Hence now the new roads are in place with street light. So we want to encourage the council also within the communities, if they can also venture into street lighting, so that at least our communities, our region can be brighter, and we can have a safe community to live. So, Honorable Speaker, to the side of the security, through the Ministry of Interior, currently I've seen most of the banks, we have security personnel, because something has happened. This is why they place them there. But equally, the safety of the public also is important. As we know right now, we have so many round tables, and now most of the round tables that we have, it normally attract businesses. And most of those round table areas, turntables, is always congested. So I was suggesting, if there is possibility, to have security personnel stationed around those areas for the safety. Because sometimes some of these criminals, if they know there is no security post in most of the areas, they can easily go and do what they want to do and move on. But with this round table, when we have security posts there, it will always help, so that if there is any emergencies, they can always intercept. Honorable Speaker, to the Honorable Speaker, to the Minister of Youth and Sport, we want to thank and appreciate the Moyo Field. Equally, we must commend you for your frequent visit to the project site. We are aware and we know it. But what we need now is for you to, talk to the contractor so that they can fast track the project, so that at least our brothers and sisters, they can have a facility to, at least use. So we commend you for that, and definitely the people of Kakunda Central, they are very passionate about this field, and we hope that, everything will be fine. Honorable Speaker, to the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Bundong School, we have a Bundong Primary School, because there is two, the proper and annex. So right now they've started kindergarten programs there. So for that being the case, last time when I went there, at least the way and the manner these furnitures are is not encouraging. So we are appealing if the ministry can intervene, and so that at least we have proper furnitures for them. But equally, I will thank, because for Bundong, we don't just sit and wait, but I will thank the ex-students of Bundong for providing almost about 35 furnitures to give it to the school, which I think that's how it should be. That's the spirit. Because at the end of the day, government may not be able to do everything, but we should also come as a community sometimes to do certain things that will also enhance the development of our own people. Honorable Speaker, with the same water issue, because now the water issue is improved, but as far as our CDF is concerned, we invest about 300,000 to service connection in Bundong, almost about 29 service connection, including those who also pay their service connection. But it's almost coming to 2 years. I will align myself with the honorable member for Bakau. Almost 2 years, there is no meter. So we want the ministry to at least engage NAWEC so that at least they can, because right now, in fact, we want to even, survey more places, but because of the embargo, we cannot. And this will also reduce your revenue base, and I think we need revenue so that we can develop the country. So definitely, I think this one, we really need your intervention to talk to the NAWEC management so that they can help us to get these meters so that people can have their water. Because if we have water flowing and people still, they apply for water and they cannot have it, still now, we will still have the problem. So the problem will still persist. So, Honorable Speaker, to the Honorable Speaker again of Minister of Interior, Bundong Police Station, we have a new building there. So the old building, the way and the manner it is, I don't know what plan do you have, but I was thinking if there is possibility to rehabilitate it, whether you will still use it or other sister forces can use it, because that building, left to me and to the general people of Bundong, the structure, the way it is, we just want to preserve it because, the building depicts, community, symbol. So I think if you can rehabilitate it, maybe that will also help. And equally, the immigration office in the same premises, because of the demand of people coming to, get these ID cards, the structure is very small. So I don't know what we can do, whether, either way, whether the immigration can move to that building or whatever, or we expand the building, because right now the building is very, very small and is congested. So we will appeal if there is possibility to help us to get these things done. Honorable Speaker, on the side of the fire service, equally, that one also, I'm suggesting, I may not know, but I am recommending, if possible, because normally when there is a fire incident, okay, people normally say this thing, they will come without water. So I'm thinking, why not we try to have water hydrants in all the fire stations across the country, so that at any time, if there's emergencies, they just need to, fill the tank and move. Alongside the water hydrants that will be along the community. So, and also equally, because of the new roads that are being constructed, I think it's important, in all these roads we have water hydrants. I understand in Bundong we have 2, so which I think that will do for Chojistown Fire Station and maybe Kotu Fire Station, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, just to appreciate the development of the country as representative of the people and equally as partners in development, I think sometimes we need to understand that we are all here for a purpose. And we need to understand and know that. Because one thing, we are here. Who are we? We are talking about English. We are talking in English, isn't it? And we are representing most of the people that are out there, they couldn't speak English. So, and I think it's high time we try to see how best we can localize our deliberations. Because at the end of the day, this is very interesting. Hence, the Assembly has a media wherein they are taking our proceeding live. It will be very nice if somebody from the upcountry sitting down, listening in their own language to understand what their members are saying. Because at the end of the day, if you talk about human rights or democracy, in fact, we are violating their right because we are speaking a language that they couldn't understand. And when we are seeking for vote, we go and talk to them in our own language. So for that being the case, Honorable Speaker, this is what I have, and I want to thank the entire House for everything, and also wish everybody Eid al-Fitr, and may Allah help us, give us more life and development and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, member for Bundong Kakunda. I now invite the member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Ramadan Mubarak to His Excellency President Adam Barrow. Ramadan Mubarak to Your Excellency the Vice President and his executive. Like I always say, some of us were not known in politics before. For the past 22 years, none of you or even the country know us as politicians. We are here on a mission, and the mission must be accomplished. Most of the things that we discuss today is not you, the people or the ministers in power or in authority today who are the cause, but they say office is a continuation. So which means any problem that is within the ministries, we're not only trying either to disrespect you. In fact, I'm not that type of person. Anyone who knows me will not even associate me with that. But we want the best for this country. I always say that if we don't try to manage this country positively, it is us who are going to pay a high price. And it has already started. America is deporting about 3,000 people. Like the NAM for Fuladu East have said that people try to paint this country black. Yes, it was a methodology that was adopted. The last 22 years, it was the method, and the people who now separated on malice have already learned the methodology, and they are applying the methodology. So for us, it's about reality. We speak what we think is the best interest of this country. We're not trying to play any gallery on people. We only point in direct to the problems, and I wish Your Excellency the Vice President, I am very much determined, or I'll be very much interested. You invite me to your office if you want to know any information, because I go through the ministries. I sit with people. I sit with ministers. This is why I don't praise people, because I want to be recognized. I don't also say bad things against people because I want people to hate them. But I say things as they are, because I want the best for this country. Sometimes when people talk about the new democracy, I wonder where you borrowed your democracy. Because some will not also want us to discuss about the past. If you don't want us to discuss about the past, stop taking history in our schools. So if you stop taking history in our schools, you stop discussing about the past. Honorable Minister, I must start by thanking my people of Fonyi Jarol. They have trust in me. That's why I said that when I was voted into office, all parties, all people belonging to different parties, because the presidential elections came before the parliamentary elections. And even those who voted for NPP for Barrow were out to vote for me. So which means I belong to every party. So I'm here to set the record straight, not to even bend anything. I must thank my people again. We are tribal free in Fonyi Jarol, but we mean business. I must thank my people of Fonyi Jarol. They are honest people. Sometimes I even wonder, I never knew that we the Fonyi MPs were great until this diaspora voting. Now they were attacking and then insulting us. But when they were shooting at the borders and killing our people, when the injustice was subjected to our people, that time we only remained to be on the fight. But now the diaspora voting became very important. And the saddest thing that is also happening, our migrants, they are suffering in Tunisia and Mauritania. How many of us spoke about them? And we are talking about diaspora voting. Tunisia, Algeria, Mauritania, all those migrants, we said we want to create 150,000 jobs. Instead of creating that, we are sending away 150,000 people. They are suffering outside. I must thank also the Minister of Lands. I went to his office. Whatever that has happened before, I know he has critics. Definitely I discussed with him, because our country is under invasion of land grabbing. Yes, that's why I'm always advising my people of Fonyi Jarol. Don't give your lands because they are vulnerable when you approach a family. That's why I'm happy that the minister is coming up with a land policy. Because immediately you approach these people with 3 million, 4 million, they think this is money. They are selling all their land. Our land size is not increasing. We are giving our lands to foreigners. This is a very dangerous thing. I must also thank the Ministry of Tourism. I went there, I discussed with him. Because I look at issues, what was happening. I only don't discuss with the minister. I go and also discuss with the people who are affected. And then I have seen his plans, what he's also doing. The Minister of Higher Education, anytime he tables a bill here, they are all progressive bills. Even those people on the other side support. They don't go against it. We all support. So it means we are not against of anybody. And then I said, most of you, when you are appointed, Barrow had great trust on you people. But it is you people failing Barrow. Because this is what is happening. I am not saying here things that are not happening. I'm saying things here that are happening. And I want to be held accountable if they are not happening. I went also and sat with the Ministry of Trade. Because after my trade trip around the country, all the challenges that I had, I went to him. And I can see the plans that are there. They are ready to deliver. That's what we need. Because the challenges of our local producers. And then some of the things that we discuss here, you can keep on roads, good hospital without security, forget it. All great nations are great because of their security. Sometimes when we talk, they think we are playing with the gallery. And then number one is justice. There is a justice failure in this country. Justice failure, complete failure in this country. Because I have the proofs. Umar Sajo was being dismissed. Went to the High Court. Won the case. Today is 4 good years. No compensation, it is ignored. Nobody is talking about it. People here talk when they are affected. We don't even care about it. Nobody is talking about it. The 8 soldiers who were dismissed, or more than 8 soldiers, what happened to them? What was said here during the orders and questions and answers time, they reacted to it. It became a different thing. It's all on media. It's not me saying it. It's them reacting. So if you say that we came for justice, did we came for jungle? Because I don't understand what kind of justice you people are talking about. And then where there is no equality and fairness in the eyes of the law, forget about peace and justice. There must be equal and fairness. The past should be the past. Why we always quote the past? Because I want us to learn from the past. Minister of Finance, you brought the budget here. We approve it. You told us that 30% salary increment. In fact, you are even, what would I say, even bluffing that you even made salary increment within 5 years up to, is it 100%, 70%. Now, anytime that is done, higher rocketing of prices. It becomes everything zero. And then what we agreed here, when it was approved, we said house rent was how much? $350. And then we said that transport allowance was how much? $3,000. We have the pay slip. I said, some of you are ruling party MPs. They will not talk to you. They will talk to us. Because we are the opposition. You have to listen to us. Yes, because they talk to us. They won't talk to you people because you might punish them. This is what happened. Ibrahim Gambe, the corporal who is sent home, I disagree for sending him home. Not justice served to him. Because what Ibrahim complained on social media, you have thousands or 99% of the securities also talking the same language he's talking. It's not that he was brave enough to come out. So sending Ibrahim, the corporal Gambe home, is not solving the problem. It's about solving what he complained. That's what we should tackle. You people have a lot to do. The damage may not be you people. But you inherited something. And then if you want to help Barrow, Barrow has great trust on you people. That's why he's my friend. In fact, the unfortunate thing, when I went out to even welcome him during the Meet the People store, last year, they were not happy with me. This year, they denied me talking, my own constituency. And had it been I did not go, or they would tell me opposition, they don't go. Now, I went there, they selected youth leader of my district, Alakalo, Sefo, youth mobilizer. But the honorable member was just sitting there. In fact, if I got up and go home, they would say something different. Next time, don't go. Well, I'm just saying it here so that the honorable ministers knows what is happening. And then I heard of the word smart farming. I don't know smart farming, whether it's in Jimara. They said all over Jimara. Okay. I'm also hoping that it comes from my area. I also thank the Minister of Works because, yes, we are now inclusive. I said I'm not here to oppose. We are here to say when it's right. We are here to say thank you when it happens. We are not here just like the methodology that was used to remove my government. That nothing was white, everything was black. And I thank him for giving us this democratic house that we are sitting in. That never existed before. This is the one we call a dictator. This house never existed since 1965. So, but now he's the dictator that we want to eradicate everything. Unless you stop teaching history in schools, then his name could be eradicated. If you want to keep on changing names on all books and buildings, I told you I'll never be part of any group that is going to sabotage this government because I'm going to make my people suffer. But I'm not born to be a coward. Because why I'm not born to be a coward, I'm not trying to say that I am brave. 1981, I was young. When my brother was part of the rebels, I was part of almost the best students in St. Peter's, but when I started visiting my brother in Mile 2, that's why when you start talking about democracy and human rights, I don't know where you people are just tabling this. My brother was forced to drink kerosene. And I can name them Pap Kiasin Seka, Simon Talibo Sane, Usainu Gao, Mbemba Kamara, Tafa Kamara. When I visited, there were his friends that he would call and I sit with them. I would start talking to them, my hands are rolling in tears. My people in the village were punished. They were beaten. The only crime they committed was they were only biological parents of my parents, my brothers. But that one is the most democratic. And then the activists must be careful. If the activists are able to control the government, they will not be able to control Fonyi. Things happen in Fonyi, they don't come out to speak. And when we speak here on behalf of Fonyi, they come to condemn us. We are ready to go any level with them. If the activists are there so that we fear them, and then governments, I think we should learn enough now. Because Donald Trump, I'm even saying that if your Fladu Nam took his letter there, let him put him in jail. Let him put him in jail. We have to believe in ourselves. All this, look at our constitution, the draft constitution 2024, which is a national document. It's already a foreign interference. We were all called and then told what to do. Why? They are even lobbying that our national document, that now we are totally ignorant. In fact, for me, the first thing that I am going to do if I'm voted as a president, I will have a special news precinct. The special news precinct will be for intellectuals. I have to get all intellectuals in this country. They are failing the country. They are failing the country because all these bills that we argue here, that we are insulted, who is writing them? Is it National Assembly members? They write it and bring it to us. Whose interest do they put that? Only to please the president. There are people who always tell you that, yes, me, I'm follow the president because what God has decided. Did the president wait for what God has decided? I think it was an opposition. Was he not an opposition to occupy that position? What is wrong on being a genuine opposition? Today, if we destroy this country, we are destroying it for ourselves. But some of the activism or whatever you call them, that democracy is not going to work in Fonyi. When justice for others, no justice to others. Talk for others, don't talk for others. This is what is happening. So if government is not able to control, this is why sometimes I say that this government, there is no control. Attitudes, loose attitude everywhere. From the drive-in, go and sit in the market. Yesterday I was at the abattoir. I always go, if I go out, sometimes I dress in a way that only people who know me that see me to that are here. People are doing whatever they want. Because they are free. Sometimes I know it's not your fault. People now are free. In fact, if you want to do the right thing, if you don't know, you people might be sacked. Because they'll tell you are in opposition. Sorry, I'm addressing you. I'm just looking there.
And stop
okay.
pointing at them. Go ahead.
Okay. So, what I want to make certain here, the Gambia belongs to Gambians. For me, in fact, my problem is anytime we are dealing with a document and you have foreign interference, I already have a suspicious mind on it. And when we talk about the security, I said no nation is great without security. And then the welfare. And then I always tell people, public office is not about enriching yourself. The audit reports are there. Say whatever you want to say. Committee reports are there. Say whatever you want to say. But public office is about improving the lives of people that you lead. So please, I am appealing, let's serve our people. Looking for names, especially we names, we are failing ourselves. Because things happen here, we populate ourselves so that we'll be insulted. This is what is happening. What I call Wally? It's openness, transparency, and responsibility. But we make sure that it is us first will send it to what's on Gambia or what. Me, I don't care. Whatever this one I made, you continue insulting. But me, I came my mind through education. You have to educate me, not through harassing me or intimidating me. It's not possible. If you want, just keep on jumping. My people of Fonyi, when they disagree, they just.
Thank you very much, Member Fonyi Jarol. I now invite the nominated member, Fatu K Javara.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, I will also join my colleagues to commend the Vice President and Cabinet Ministers here present. And I will also take this opportunity to apologize to the entire colleagues here and support staff on behalf of the Ramadan. Honorable Speaker, to begin my intervention, the Eid is approaching, and I believe the Minister of Works and Communication should try and work with stakeholders concerned so that they will not increase the transportation, because the drivers have started increasing transportation and the government did not increase anything. Honorable Speaker, to make reference to the previous speakers that spoke before me, I am skeptical about what happened to my former party in 2018. The virus that spread in the party began to spread again. When the Talib Iran boys did not succeed in political coup d'etat, they came to parliament to push his agenda. Honorable Speaker, I am so much disappointed when I heard about a former councillor who was defending Talib, saying that he built a library that was funded by EU. Honorable Speaker, we should be realistic in our decision. Honorable Speaker, members also raised concern about being neglected in their areas, about government projects. Honorable Speaker, you don't have control over who your child will resemble, but you have a right to choose a responsible father or a responsible mother for your child. Honorable Speaker, if government projects are not coming, what is the CDF that was given to us? What is the essence of the CDF? Let's utilize that CDF for the benefit of our electorates. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, diaspora voting. I think a lot of noise have been heard and have been said. Honorable Speaker, people running from one media outlet to another should desist from it. What should lead us to that direction is facts. Let us stop the mere speculation. This country is governed by law, Honorable Speaker, and our state power is now balanced, and the laws are described who should do what, when, and where, and how. So we cannot just come and change law for the purpose of fitting certain individuals. Laws are here for everybody, but not to satisfy certain individual, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on the health, Honorable Speaker, I'm calling on the Minister of Health to conduct a thorough research and a nationwide sensitization and help the general public. Honorable Speaker, many women were using tobacco, and the uses of tobacco has reached an alarming stage. But now it's not only women who are using it, sorry to say this, even men are using this tobacco to have sex pleasure. Honorable Speaker, I'm a nominated member, but I was elected before. And somebody who is a part of GM Changers, I walk around. I learn from different people. I interact with different people, and I know what damage tobacco is doing to the country. Honorable Speaker, I'm calling on the Honorable Minister for Health to conduct a research. It's research that helps every country to move ahead. It's research that helps a country to develop. Because many bankers and business partners rely on research, saying that even at the job market, if you have beautiful ladies at a bank or a pump attendant or a particular station, they attract men to come and buy there. They rely on those research. That is why if you went to bank, you only find beautiful ladies working there and some of these pump attendants, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, coming to the issue of political reality in the country, Honorable Speaker, I think our country political system is turned into a fanatic loyalist. Many politicians want to be fanatic loyalists. Honorable Speaker, we have to be realistic in our decision. Members raised concern about the irresponsible statement that was made by one political commentator on social media, which we all condemn, and nobody should endorse it, Honorable Speaker. But I'm so much disappointed why that particular member condemned one side of that statement and neglect the other side, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are all here. When we had members of their party ranting on social media, threatening the entire nation, insulting the entire Gunjur people, and that person walked scot-free. They didn't make any noise out of it. Honorable Speaker, we also have them on social media when one of their supporters threatened to burn the entire Banjul market, and it was just brushed under the carpet. Honorable Speaker, we also had when the head of state was insulted by their militants, and none of them condemned it. They were all celebrating it and making those people as heroes, brave men. Is that what we call a party? Honorable Speaker, we also have heard about them when they are one figure party head threatening the entire nation, saying that he's going to make this country ungovernable. They all keep mute about it. Honorable Speaker, it's the same one figure party head who also threatened the people of Basse that he will open their eye on the sun, and they all keep mute about it. We should be realistic in our decision. When we are condemning something, we need to look into ourselves as an example, whether what we are doing is right or wrong. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, to continue, Honorable Speaker, I also heard some people raising concern about the issue of corruption, but now they were no longer talking about corruption issue because the government is divided into two parts, the central government and the local government. And most of the key positions were occupied by their party militants. But the level of corruption and the scandal coming out, they are no longer talking about corruption now. Honorable Speaker, this is the country that belongs to all of us. This is the country that our kids and our grandchildren will be proud of tomorrow. Whatever informed decision we make,
please. Continue.
Whatever informed decision we make here, our children will be proud of tomorrow. So let's take party politics aside and help this country to move forward. About this diaspora voting also, Honorable Speaker, those that were making noise were here in the 5th legislature when they constitute 31% of the seat, but they never bring it into this plenary. But because now they all lose hope that they cannot defeat the current dispensation in the parliament, they went in for diaspora voting. But I'm quite sure that even if we went in for diaspora voting, we are going to win them massively. Because the insult and the bully that they did to people will be paid to the ballot box in 2016, inshallah. Honorable 2026, inshallah. Honorable Speaker, in those few remarks, I submit and beg to take my seat.
Order, honorable members, thank you very much. Nominated member Fatou K Javara. I now give the floor to the member for Jara West.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, let me use this opportunity to thank the Vice President and the entire Cabinet Ministers who are here and who are not able to make it to this August Assembly. The technicians from different ministries, security officers who are here, my honorable colleagues. Honorable Speaker, I'll begin with issues at my constituency, beginning with Ministry of Health. We want to thank you enough for the ambulance in Soma District Hospital. Soma District Hospital is in Soma, but if you see the area that Soma District Hospital is taking care of, I can say is the whole of LRR. So we thank you enough for the ambulance and other things you are doing there. And then I will come again to the help post in Saremusa. We want this help post to be considered. As I always said, it reduced the burden in Soma District Hospital. Because this help post, which is very busy every day, and then I can say the whole of Kabada corridor around the Jara West come to this help post. So if it is upgraded, it will reduce the burden on the Soma District Hospital. Honorable Speaker, from there I will move to the Minister of Water Resources. We thank you, but we still have challenge on having access to clean drinking water in some part in Soma and some villages within my constituency. We are still knocking at your door to see how these villages can have clean drinking water. Honorable Speaker, to the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, the people of Kabada have seen the road. It is coming, as you said the last time, up to Jara West now. But as I mentioned the last time, we have villages that are skipped, and then we want these villages to be considered. That is from Kakunda to Saremusa and from Kohel to Saremusa. Also a road from the Trans-Gambia to the Saremusa Health Post, which is a very important route. We will appeal to you to consider these roads in the ongoing construction of the Kabada Road. And I will still align myself with my brother for Jara Central. We hope this will be soon. Let them move in the other side of Kabada. I will differ with those who said this government is taking development to only those who support them. My brother Jara Central, what he's saying, this is the problem of his people. These Kabada people, since President Javara, President Jammeh, and this president, they have never voted for an opposition. They only vote for the president on that seat at that time. It happens even in Jammeh time. They voted for Jammeh. Jammeh when they come to Barrow. 2021, they all voted for Barrow. But what he's saying is very, very difficult for these people. They have voted for the government and they are seeing, and this is clearly to everyone, development is going to those who are opposing the government. That is what he was saying. That these Kabada people, they voted for the president, but now they are seeing things are on the other side. You know very well. You know very well. So, to address this issue, we need the votes. My brother is angry, but the votes will still be in NPP. The votes will remain. My brother is angry, but the votes will remain because they will come. Development will come. The rest assured, it will come. It will come. Electricity will come, the roads will come. The Honorable Minister is here, and then he will take note, the road is coming. They will soon move on the other side of the Trans-Gambia Road, then to Jara Central in Kabada. The roads will come. Yes, it will come. I know very well, the minister is here. So we are talking about escalation of prices in this country, and then we have here this, we have a free market, a liberal market. But the only thing, we can have solution for this. We have people who are ready. Like what the Honorable Member for Councillor was saying, we have people who are ready. But sometimes I don't understand. When somebody is into something, we want to politicalize everything. If somebody is doing good, you know, there is no government that will come that will not work with people who are in capacity, who have the ability. If you want to sustain your business or whatever, if government comes, you have to put your hands together with government. He was talking about the jetty in Mandinari. If we have this jetty, you know, it can bring prices down. We see sometimes goods, they have transit in Senegal. Because you can come here, when a ship is here, it can have 2-3 weeks without offloading. But when we have a jetty, you know, for bulk cargo, it will help. It will reduce the prices. It will sustain what is coming. It will create employment. It will bring in a good economy for this country. So if we have people who are ready, who have the capacity to do that, let's give them the support. Let's give them the support. I will appeal to the government to consider that, because that is for the well-being of all of us in this country. Honorable Speaker, I am seeing in this country now, sometimes I don't know the type of politics we want to engage in. And then, like, people, when you want to address a concern, please address it generally. If you are affected and you have somebody is affected, someone also is affected, when you are addressing it, address it generally. Don't single out your own problem. You know the other problems, you leave them. This by-election that happened in Masembe, my Toranka tribe were called names. They were insulted by one Yaya Mankajan Jamme. This Yaya Mankajan Jamme, when I reported the matter to police, when he was arrested, when my people saw him, they have to forgive him. He is insulting, and those who are making him to insult, they are not taking care. The man is, you can sympathize him. We have to forgive him. You sit at your corner just about politics. You don't like these people, the way they are doing. My brother have said it. We don't know opposition. For us, our parents are like that. But this guy insulted the Toranka tribe, a very noble tribe. He insulted them, said all sorts of, I have the audios here. If Honorable Speaker could allow me, I'll play it. But yes, it's very painful.
No, please continue.
All right. He insulted the Toranka tribes. I'm on record. The guy is called Yaya Mankajan Jamme. When he was arrested, he was not even arrested. He was called, and then he tried to dilly-dally the police. No, don't worry. You know, in this country, we are all the same. We are all the same. So politics shouldn't divide us. Insults. The Toranka tribe married the Mandinkas. The Mandinkas married to the Jolas. We are all the same. We cannot all be on one side. If we are different in decisions, that doesn't mean we are enemies. After politics, we should come together. But here, what I'm seeing, and President Barrow, I told him, this will be very difficult. You are digging, others are burying. You are digging, others are burying. When are you going to dig all these holes? When you are digging, people are burying. I just saw a video, and nobody will say it here, from a guy from Sierra Leone. These roads, he said for 8 years, look at Gambia. He said he wished this is in Sierra Leone. Look at our roads. Look at our roads. Wherever you go, you see good roads. The guy made a very good video, but it's hardly you see our own people, our own Gambian people. They will not do that. And the worst thing about it, you are in the sector, being in a ministry, being in an institution, you want to sabotage. You don't know whether that government, when that government falls, you will come back to where you are. Sometimes people don't know. When you are working, wait for politics, you go and vote, cast your vote in anywhere you want it to be. But if you are working, please deliver to expectation. Please deliver to expectation. If we all work together, we will achieve what we want as a country. But you are in a system, you don't want it. And the former president, we have to quote him. That's what he said. If you don't want it, leave the job and go back. He said, if you want, but here you see somebody in a system dragging the system. These people are pulling in front, he's pulling at the back. This is serious. This is serious. And then the president, you have to stand firm. You have to stand firm. This cannot continue. We have to move as a country. Whoever leads this country want the betterment of the people. I suspect each and everyone who want to be a leader, you want the betterment of these people, of the people of this country. And then we are sending bad signal outside to people who want to come and invest in this country, telling them here is not safe, here when you come here, this is it. And then when that guy come and fix in the Gambia or whatever he opens here, it benefits everybody, not a single person. It's for all of us. Let's change our attitude. Whoever comes, you meet a good thing here, but don't destroy it. When you come, you start fixing where? When are you going to finish? Okay. Honorable Speaker, to the Minister of Trade, I want to know about the special economic zone around the Trans-Gambia corridor. How far are you with that project? I would want, if there is anything for, since you brought that idea, your ministry, I would want to know how far have you gone with that for the people of that area, around the Trans-Gambia area towards the border in Misira. I would want to know what level are you on that. And for the Minister of Energy, please, I sent a parliamentary question about the villages that are yet to be electrified, and then you said a contract was going on, and I think very soon. But, Honorable Minister, please, when I sent that question, the response you gave for the people who are living very close to the OMVG, I am not saying when you are near the OMVG you should get light. But these people, this is in Soma. This is a very big community. Let's see how to consider them. They have tried by themselves to bring poles, they were stopped. But please, let's see how to address this very soon.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Jara West. Majority Leader, I think the issue of insults has been addressed in the criminal offences bill that was passed this morning. Nominated Member Maimuna Sisedabo, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. I would also like to stand on existing protocol by observing the President of the Vice President and the various cabinet ministers here present.
And I would also like to request a forgiveness from my colleagues, because being in one institution or one umbrella is not easy. I might offend you without knowing it, but whoever offended me, know that you have my forgiveness. Honorable Speaker, as the current situation, I think I will start with my honorable colleague from Jara, who just mentioned about the insults going around. And we have a current situation right now in hand. I think few members dwell on it, but I think I have also have the right to dwell on it a little bit, which is the trending happening in Brikama Area Council. Honorable Speaker, I think this country is about to be a lawless state. People can act on anyhow they feel like, because they have the power or they have the bargain of the opposition side. What is happening in Brikama, I don't think is right. And I think they are over-exercising their power. We all know that the councils, they are independent. Central government and the local government, they are twin partners. But for these people, they just align themselves as the parallel government of the state. They don't want to be governed, but they want to be governed. The two things cannot go together. Honorable Speaker, we all know that the Local Government Act, Section 131, give the privilege to the councils to increase the revenue, but it has to be on the right format. Honorable Speaker, if you will permit me, I think I have the act on my phone. Honorable Speaker, if you will.
Please go ahead.
All right, thank you. The Local Council Act 2009, Section 131, Rate and Taxes. The council shall have a power to levy rates and such taxes as the National Assembly shall prescribe, to meet a liabilities, whether of a general or a special nature. Are we in that situation right now? We are not. I believe they have the right to do so, but you cannot increase from 300 to 2,000. That's more than 300%. That's not fair with the people of West Coast, and if we don't make the people of West Coast don't stop this, it's going to be a replica of few of the councils here, because they believe that they have the power. They are trying to try their chance. If this one can go smoothly, the other councils will follow suit. Local councils, they have the right to go for the revenue collections and increment, but with the in line of the laws. What is happening right now is not fair. And the people of Brikama are trying to cry loud and clearly, saying that what is happening, they are not denying to pay the tax or the increment of the taxes. The property taxes, what they are trying to embed it on them is not fair. And when they are shouting on that, you can have certain elements of certain opposition in this country who feel that the safer of the Commonwealth, Brikama North, doesn't have any right to voice his citizenry right in this country. If the opposition can have the right to voice out whatever they feel like to say, how about those in the government? If they are not feared of saying anything, they are not scared of saying anything, those who are with the government, I don't think there should be a fair lane ahead of them. They cannot be threatening us, and they cannot be bullying the citizens of this country. If they are claiming that they are the government in waiting, this is not the way and the manner we are seeing the councils and their people operating in the country. Honorable Speaker, what is happening is not right. The insult, thank God, the criminal offense bill has been passed here just a few days ago. That's the beauty of it. I think we would like to see this bill to be effective as soon as possible, because the insult they are rendering towards the CFO right now is unacceptable and it's uncalled for. We are in the Ramadan, they forget that they are even in the Ramadan. If you listen to some of these audios, you cannot even complete it as a good Muslim, you have to put it down. What crime does the CFO has just mentioned that? We are not denying of paying the taxes, but we are not paying the $2,000 taxes they try to add on to the property taxes. What is the crime on that? You have a right to increase, but some people are complaining, this is not my right. Can you reduce it? Is that should be a crime, somebody to be causing someone who can bear you, a grandparent, not even a son or a daughter, but a grandparent to you, you can insult him, all kind of nasty languages, and still now you have people in this National Assembly condemning people, certain comments from a member of NPP, whom eventually, by doing so, when he has the condemnation from both sectors within the party, he boldly coming out and condemn himself and apologize to the system that what he ever said, it was emotionally, and he withdrawn. And he been called by the police and cautioned, and still now, they are yearning of it. My colleague has just already mentioned here, before 2021 election, we had a stunning member of their party sitting in the diaspora. By making a pronouncement, the audio or the information I'm about to deliver now, whoever listened to this audio, and after that you supported for President Barrow, you campaigned for him, you voted for him, the language he used is unbearable. If that can matter to the people of Combo South, and there was no word from that particular party to condemn, sometimes it's very pathetic to see those people that they want to call themselves a genuine politician or genuine political party in this country. I've been saying this, after 2021 election, 2016 election, there are certain political parties in this country, they cannot operate any genuine political operation in this country. They are not. Because they believe in, or they are living in sentimental and emotional, trying to play a victim card when they make everybody a victim in this country. We cannot be fighting for centuries. 22 good years we are with headlock with the former government here. We all know that why we did. It was very necessary and it was very timely. Uprooted that government here, it was very necessary. Because when you arrested people, you are not stopping only arresting them, prosecuting them, you are not stopping them, but killing them, disappearing them. You have every right, even the Islam, the religious we believe, advise us as a good Muslim, if you have a bad leader, what he advises you is fight for it physically. If you cannot fight for it physically, fight it verbally. But the weakness of it, the weakest part of it, you can fight it in your iman, which is in a silent fight. But for Gambians, we fight too far long. For 22 good years, what 2016, the whole entire nation, including diaspora, we fought tooth and nail to make sure that we end the injustice towards murder to our own people here. That time we have a right, and it's a God-given right to fight that. But right now, what is happening in this country?
They don't have right.
There is no right in them. I think they have the time. It's the time and accessibility. They have the freedom. The zip which has been zipped everybody's mouth here. President Adam Barrow has given that ziplock up, or opened the ziplock now. Now everybody has dare to talk or say whatever you feel like to say. But you know what? The sanity will prevail in this country because this country belongs to everybody.
Thank you.
Let's allow sanity to prevail in this country. Let's have the nationalism in us. I think our educational curriculum, we need to revisit our curriculum very, very, very thoroughly. When people are embedded with the nationalism, they will be always loyal to the state. It doesn't matter which government is existing. Our real extension. We definitely need a system to be uplifted. Because it seems like Gambians, we are losing the track by abstracting ourselves from the nationalism or patriotism of our own people. We cannot be so aggressive to our own self. You cannot even sell a good image of your country because you want a particular person whom you want the person to be there. If he is not there, you can render this country ungovernable. It's not going to happen. This country belongs to all of us. If it is good, we all cherish for it. If the country goes another way around, we all know that what happened here, the impasse. The impasse can be a good reflector of us. The impasse is a good reflector of our history. And I don't think Gambians will yearn for anything in regards to that. But what we are seeing right now, lawless is about to happen in this country, and people are taking the law into their own hands. Insulting people's parents is unacceptable, and these criminal offenses law need to be ineffective as soon as possible. Honorable Speaker, the skyrocket of the commodities in this country. Minister of Trade, you are here. I believe what is happening in this country is not acceptable. Honorable Speaker, before the beginning of the Ramadan, I bought a bag of onion here, 1,350. 3 days ago, I went to, Costa Road. The same size, the same place. Where I bought the first onion, I went there, he said 1,150. I said, what happened? Why you drop it? He said, because what we have in stock right now, if I don't expose it, it might go perish. I said, but still now you will have your money out of it. He said, yeah, I might have, but I might not have what I expected. I said, during the Ramadan, I think as a good Muslim, what we expect from you is try to reduce it for those who cannot afford it. But you will increase it because you want to have a more profit over people. And now you know that it's only a few days to Ramadan to be ending. Probably the consumption of the onion might not be as usual. Now you want to give it at a lower price or a cheaper price for you to get your money before you lose. I say, you know what is going to happen to you right now? Probably before next week. All this onion, what I'm looking at it right now, you don't have a cooler to put it, probably they all will perish. What will happen to you? God is trying to punish you. This will stop with you. Then we start having little altercation, actually. Honorable Speaker, I think, Honorable Minister, the monitoring system need to be here. We all know that I'm a petty trader also. I imported the onion here, and I know how much it's costing. The same price you bought it over there, you cannot have different price within the period of 1 month. It's not possible. But people will take advantage of people because there is no control or there is no control mechanism. The Minister of Trade, something need to be done right now. I think you need to have a monitoring system whereby all these jewelers, they need to have a clear fix of the onion, which is coming from Morocco. They know the cost of onion from Morocco. The one coming from Holland, they know how much they cost before it gets to the seaport here. Definitely, I don't see no reason why the interval can be always like a 400, 300 between the two commodities, and they all are the same variety of onion. It's not fair. The monitoring system needs to be there, and therefore, people also need to be vigilant as civilians, because we are the one who go into the market every now and then. But we don't report, we don't complain. But what we can complain, the government didn't do this, the government didn't do that. The government cannot supervise all this. We have to be citizenries. In everywhere in the world, the citizens are the police of the government. Whatever is not going right, the citizens are the one who will always make sure that they report the malpractice happening in the system. But Gambia, they don't report, but they can complain. But every complaint doesn't belong to anyone because government has to be responsible for. So in Gambia, there's nothing coming from God, nothing coming from anybody, but it's only the people, the president and the allies. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Oh my God, time has gone. Anyway, I heard that the women vendors are crying, people are trying to fight for their rights. But we want to tell them that this government is more darling of the women than the opposition they are claiming. The councils are the ones responsible for these women vendors. They are paying their daily taxes to them. Let them build a market for them. There is no way, there is no right for them to sit in the middle of the street. When the vehicle hit them, the next minute you will be in the police custody or the next.
Thank you, nominated member Maimuna Sisedabo, for that intervention. I now invite the member for Jimara.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to stand on all existing protocols by recognizing the presence of the Vice President, the Cabinet Ministers, government civil servants, honorable members present. I want to say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We give praise and thanks to the Almighty Allah that make it very possible for us today to stand before the Gambian people and address issues that are of national interest. Honorable Speaker, it is said charity begins at home. This is an adjournment debate. This is where we have the opportunity to address issues that are, of concern to our various constituency and also the national issues that are really matters. Honorable Speaker, first of all, I want to thank the current government for their tremendous effort in trying to fix the bad roads that are in the Gambia, especially in the rural areas. In my constituency, we've benefited. We are one of the beneficiaries of this recent road infrastructure development projects. The road linking Kakunda and Basse, from Basse Manekunda to Dembakunda, then Numel to Gambisara. It's a very important project that we really appreciate. We want to thank the government through the president for this particular project. Honorable Speaker, it is very important to be mentioning one word for more than 100 times than to be saying things that are of no relevance, or million things that are of no relevance. I think this is going to be the third adjournment debate I am going to mention this road. We know the government's challenge that you face was about as representative of the people. We are here to extend their message to the government. The communities, the road linking from Sarekoke to Dembanding, all the way to the last point of the road. These people are really suffering. Imagine with these new ambulances that we have now, cannot access some of this community. Imagine if you have a pregnant woman that needed to be evacuated to the nearest hospital. We are appealing to the government to consider these people. As we speak, the communities of Dembandi, Tabajang, and others, they've come together. There are people from the diaspora trying to mobilize some funds to rehabilitate this road. We want to appeal to the government, through the Ministry of Works, to come to their aid. After the Eid prayers or the Eid break, the first letter Honorable Minister will find on his desk will be my request to come to their aid, because they really need some sort of support. Honorable Speaker, rural electrification project. The Gambian government has embarked on a very massive, ambitious electrification project called Universal Access to Electricity. This was a promise made by the President that before the end of 2025, even if you are living on a rock, you will be electrified. we want to see this project to be realized. In Jimara constituency, I know the Right Honorable Minister promised us last time. He even assured me that I can tell my in-laws that these communities will be electrified. We have about 18 communities that are still in doubt whether they will be electrified before end of 2025 or not. I want the Honorable Minister, if he is given the opportunity, to clear the air. Honorable Speaker, on current issues, Operation Stop the Use of Motorcycle for Commercial Purposes. Honorable Speaker, we are talking about the life and the livelihood of the youths that constitute about 62% of the population of the Gambia. We are all discouraging the youths from embarking on the backway journey to either Europe or any other destination they desire to go. In fact, some of these youth that already embarked on the backway have been returned and now trying to make a living by going into this particular business. Recently, we saw a communique from the Inspector General of Police, the department, under the Ministry of Interior, directing all their district, all their regional, security officers to take measures by stopping all the youths, all the youths using motorbike as means of transportation to make a living. This has sparked a lot of debate and also a lot of concern. We want to appeal to the government through the Ministry of Interior to revisit this decision. Let us go back to the negotiation table and see how best we can address this issue. Because we don't want to see ourselves in a situation whereby armed robbery is going to be the order of the day, whereby the back way will reignite. So we want to appeal to the government to see how best we can amicably address this issue without using force or cracking down on those that are trying to make a living. Honorable Speaker, I try as much as possible to refrain myself from responding to or commenting on members' debate. But at some point I am forced to do because you have to clarify some issues. The allegation that members, especially that are supporting the government, are opposed to reform because government has a reform agenda. Security reform, legislative reform, whatever reform that you may call it. I see that statement as misleading statement. As National Assembly members, as members of Parliament, although I cannot speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. My vote, my decision is not dictated by any individual, nor is it dictated by the government. My decision is dictated by my conscience and also my understanding of the subject matter at that particular time. We are still looking at the election bill. Section 14 was expunged by my vote, and I proudly do that. The reason is a committee is assigned or tasked to work on this particular bill. They had their consultation. It is one thing to consult people, but it's another thing to have their views and aspirations incorporated in your report. If my views and aspirations are not incorporated in a report, and you as a committee or a member chairing that particular committee fail to convince me on a point, I voted against it based on those grounds not by any other reason. So I think it is important for us to know, even the vote that my argument on some of the platform, the vote I took here is not against the diaspora, but against the government, if you understand, yes? Because the bill is not diaspora bill, it's the government's bill. It is the government that brought that bill and that clause, with the clause. And that clause, I was not convinced by the government, nor was I convinced by the committee. So my vote is based on my conscience and my understanding of the subject matter as we discuss. Honorable Speaker, I don't want to take much of your time. I just want to assure my right honorable, the only right honorable in the parliament, Honorable Baji of Talinding Kunjang, that government is trading development for votes. I beg to differ. I don't see it like that. It's more of bridging the gaps. Since 1965, Honorable Speaker, the people of Talinding, people of Latrikunda, people of Birkama, the people of Olyundu, the people of Serakunda,
there is point of order from the member for Woolly East. Can we hear that point of order?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. 27-2. A member elected for a constituency.
I couldn't hear that.
Yes. A member elected for a constituency shall be referred to as the honorable member for that constituency, not Honorable Baji.
Order, honorable members. Honorable members, order please. The member for Woolly East, you raise a point of order and you are quarreling with Dankunku and Opasalo. The man is. Honorable members, order sustained. Member for Janjamure, please refer honorable members as per their constituencies.
Speaker, stop.
You know, maybe because you look like, you know, you people are very handsome. The member for Janjamure, please continue.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Sorry about that. Member for Jimara, please continue.
No. Honorable Speaker, as I said, from 1976 to date, 1965 to date, sorry for that. Let me refrain from mentioning names, but let me say the provincial, the urban area of the Gambia have been benefiting from infrastructural development, clean water projects, electricity, whatever development you may call, Gambia has ever witnessed. It's been centered in the urban areas. So, this particular government, this recent current government, trying to bridge the gap by taking development to the provincial areas, the urban, the rural areas. I don't see that as trading development for vote, but they are trying to bridge the gaps. We have the people of Jimara have been suffering for over 400 years ago. We don't have good roads, we don't have clean drinking water, we don't have electricity. So be rest assured, the government, this current government will leave no stone unturned. Everybody will be entitled. So on that note, Honorable Speaker, I just want to say, Parliament and parliamentarians, we are a group of people elected by our people to come here and represent them. First, to defend the interests of the country. Not my party leader, not your party leader. Anything that comes to this parliament, the first thing one should look at is the national interest and that of the country. Because we all take an oath of allegiance to the Gambia, not to our parties. It is our job to represent the people, that elected us, to have in our decision-making process, so that everybody will have that your rightful. Honorable Speaker, it is important for honorable members, parliamentarians, to uphold the highest standard of integrity, transparency, and accountability and honesty when we are working or when we are dealing with issues with national interest. We should at least accept and tolerate one another, respect each other's decision, rather than using somebody as an scapegoat to score a political point. That is unacceptable. On that note, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you very much, member for Jimara. I now invite the member for Sami.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Thank you very much, Vice President, Cabinet Ministers, and their technicians here present. Honorable Speaker, I just want to go straight to the point. As other speakers have rightly mentioned, as a National Assembly member, your role is to make laws. You are here also to represent oversight. Therefore, the executive have right to bring any bill here. But if they bring it here, it is our duty to scrutinize it. It is our duty with regard, Honorable Speaker, to the election bill. We gave them the mandate, the committee, local government, and human rights committee, to go around, and they have gone around. They meet certain people, hear from them, and in that report, there is no single person who said that they don't want diaspora to vote. Honorable Speaker, we all have seen the report, and we all debated on the report here. There was no argument. Just to my surprise, when I heard that they have Section 14. Section 14. But Honorable Speaker, this bill is already in the National Assembly. It is not yet passed. It is already here. I'm appealing to National Assembly members, please let us rescind our decision and allow diaspora to vote. Honorable Speaker, anything that comes to the Parliament, you have to look at the interests of the country. Look at the interests of the country after you look at the interests of your people. Whether it concerns your people or not, whether it is going to affect your people or not, you should also know that. Honorable Speaker, There are WhatsApp groups. If you want to communicate to your people anything that is to be discussed here, put it in your WhatsApp group. Listen to your people about their concern. It is your people who brought you here. It is your people who brought you here. Nobody bring you here, Honorable Speaker. If you fail to address the needs of your people, they will catch you. They will catch you. Honorable Speaker, I want
Point of order.
I want to thank.
There is point of order by the member for Talinding Kunja.
I'm rising on 17F. While a member is speaking, all order. Check this. Member for all units.
Okay, wait. You come. No, come here. Come put it on now. Put it on now.
Honourable Speaker, persistently, all members for all Yundum, the chief whip of majority camp and the majority leader continues to distract him with comments continuously, non-stop.
Thank you, honorable members. Order sustained. Please, honorable members. Honorable members, please let us be silent. Let us be silent when members. Order, please. Order. Deputy Majority Leader and member for all Yundum, you know what to do when you are if you want to use the mic. I made a ruling here, only permissible interruption. Order, honorable members. Honorable members, order please. Permissible interruption, please. Without that, don't use your mic.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Everybody here, you are entitled to your opinion.
Thank you.
When others are talking, I don't say point of order, I don't say anything. Allow people to express their opinions. Honorable Speaker, I'm just warning you, please. Please.
Honorable member, please take your seat. Order, honorable members. Honorable member for Central Badibu, please face the majority leader. Honorable minority leader, you should face that end. Did I hear you say you are warning the honorable speaker?
Thank you, honorable speaker. Since my earlier submission, I said I'm advising.
No, you said I'm
advising. Honorable speaker.
Honorable member, take your seat. You said, honorable speaker, I'm warning you. Is that correct? Honorable member for Sami, is that correct?
Speaker, since my earlier submission, I said I'm advising, and I still stand on that. Please.
No, Sami. I heard you say, honorable members, order. Take your honorable member for Sami, please sit down. Honorable member for Sami, you said, honorable speaker, I am warning you. Is that what you said or not? Have you said that?
Honorable Speaker, my earlier submission,
Honorable,
I stated that I'm advising, and I'm still on that. Please, you are wasting my time.
Honorable member for Sami. Honorable member for Sami, did you actually say that you are warning the honorable speaker?
Honorable Speaker, please, you are wasting my time. I said, since my earlier submission, I said, I'm advising. Please, allow me to continue. Please, allow me to continue. No, let him, no.
Honorable member for Sami, I had that part. Since at the beginning of your statement, you said you are advising honorable members. No, wait. Now it is that advice that you extended that you are warning the honorable speaker or not?
Speaker, please, let's continue. That's a slip of the tongue. Please, let's continue. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I said I'm advising all of you, please, let's rescind our decision. When it comes back next time, let us allow them to vote in Section 14, please. This is a constitutional requirement, Section 39. Section 39, when everybody have right to vote. When I hear others are saying that, yes, me, whatever I want to do, yes, I want to do it. You know, if any decision that you are going to take, look at your constitution and your standing order. Whether you have infringed somebody's right or not. Honorable Speaker, I want to go straight to education because they have wasted my time. And we all know that Section 30, everybody have right to education, basic education. So therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want the Honorable Minister to consider Woolley West, that school. Woolley is. He mentioned a particular village, Sarejeda. You know, you can do what we call multi-grades so that they can also have access to education. You can do that. Honorable Speaker, we know that Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, they have done a lot. But Honorable Speaker, you know, these social sectors, we entirely depend more on donors. So when the donors did not fall up, we see ourselves in a funny situation. You go to school, some of the schools, you will realize that furniture is an issue. And in fact, structure is an issue. A typical example that is Karantaba is, secondary school. They don't have enough structures. And that school is the oldest high school in Sami. They don't have structures. And Honorable Speaker, the school is growing. It's growing. When there is no enough structures, what about the others? Why are they going to be fit? So there is need for them to have, other structures. Honorable Speaker, yes, let me go straight. Let me just link it with higher education. Honorable Speaker, higher education, yes. Honorable Speaker, the whole CRR not. All the region have skill centers except our area. We know that they have put up, laid the foundation stone of our skill center, but we want to update it. How far that, that skill training center is. The whole CRR not. Other regions, they have skill centers. We don't have it. Honorable Speaker, I think it's need for government to look at some of these areas, these prioritized areas, and look at it. Honorable Speaker, let me go straight to transport. I want to thank the Ministry of Transport. I want to thank them. Honorable Speaker, the reason why I want to thank them, our first 2015, when we came to the Assembly, 50 legislature, 2017, 50 legislature, 2017, our 50 legislature, Central Badibu was our chairman for monitoring committee. When we visited that particular road, Lamenkoto Pasamas Road, when we visited that, we realized that Kalan to Bustown was not among. But that was not among. That came to this very house and the appropriate fund. So I have to thank all the National Assembly members for that. Because that was approved here. Because I said that road from Kalen to Bustown, if that road is not constructed, people are going to find it very difficult. Because remember, Honorable Speaker, that is the only road linking to Bansang. And that is the only referral hospital in CRR North. So therefore, there is need, and the government has responded to that. So thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, there is also another road currently that is from Bani to Kunting, and from Raneru to Fitwala. They are in progress, but we want to see, Honorable Speaker, before the end of 2025, at least those roads are completed. So, Honorable Speaker, and that's not the only thing. You see, from Jarime up to Bani, that one also is in a very serious situation. I think the Honorable Minister should look at that. Honorable Speaker, from Changai up to Demphai, you should consider that one also. So, Honorable Speaker, and not only that, you see, the Ministry of Transport, they gave an ambulance to the community of Sami, Medina. They say, help us. They gave that ambulance to them. So please, wait, it's transport. Please don't distract me. You see, Honorable Speaker, please talk to them. You see, Honorable Speaker, agriculture. Honorable Speaker, I always used to say, agriculture, when we say agriculture, it's not only crops. It's both crops and animals. And thank God, the agriculture chairperson, there was a time they invited me to, a small drinking point that they inaugurated in Raneru. So thank you very much for that. But still there is more. Looking at the animal population in Sami, and some of these projects, if you are taking it, please take it to where the needs is requested for. Let us not look at anything. Let's look at where the needs is needed for. Please, the need basis. Honorable Speaker, water. There is still a problem. Clean drinking water in Sami. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, please, I think the Minister for Water Resources, you should go around to make needs assessment of these communities. We are very close to our people, Honorable Speaker. Anything that we said here, it is from our people. Don't just that we just say it like that. No, because we are in touch with our people. They are concerned if it is addressed. We will say it. But if it is not addressed, as long as I'm the National Assembly member of Sami, I will hire out those concerns. If they are solved, I will say thank you. If they are not solved, I will continue to say it until it is solved. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, health. Honorable Speaker, health is still a concern, as I said, Honorable Speaker. Look at the whole Sierra. No referral hospital. You see? This is why there is need, Honorable Speaker, for our Sierra North to have a referral hospital. Before crossing, wherever there is crossing, Honorable Speaker, there is always a problem.
Honorable members, please order.
There is always a problem.
He's making very important points. Please order.
There is always a problem. So, so there is need for us to have that. Honorable Speaker, we should have that. Honorable Speaker, these ambulances, I said we have an ambulance. That ambulance was given to us by NRA through Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure. But, Honorable Speaker, there are challenges towards that. Maintenance is a big issue, Honorable Speaker. And the salary, that's why when you people said diaspora, there is one man in diaspora who is paying our driver. And that is an issue, Honorable Speaker. I'm just calling my people. They told me that now they are giving them fuel. But maintenance is a problem. I think the Honorable member for Nyanija, he's the chair, I stand to be corrected. I think we appropriated some fund for these community ambulances. I think they should follow them. Yes, they should follow them so that they can address the needs of our people. These are some of the needs. But if you take the burden of these ambulances on those communities, how are they able to maintain that ambulance? They cannot. I think they should try to look at those things. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the Minister for Tourism. I want to thank him very much because the other time I made a parliamentary question here. There is a project in my constituency, Monko Park, since 2022 April. That project is still not completed, but he told me that he is going to visit the place, and he has done it. He visited the place, but I want him to update me with regard to that project. Remember, I told you, anything in my constituency, I will follow it up to the last dot. I will follow it. So
then do you need an update from the minister? You don't then.
Yeah.
You have to, instead you should update the minister.
No. You know, this was a long time when two of us visited the site. So I want him to update. From that was since our last session. So I want him to update me, the assembly, about that project because it's a long time since 2022. So thank you very much. I want to advise all.
Thank you, member for Sami. Of course, you made some very important points. Some, not all. Thank you very much. Honorable members, let me just make some housekeeping. During break, we'll have, of course, iftar for everybody, board members of parliament, staff, and our guests, our esteemed guests. We'll have the honorable ministers who will be at the speaker's board room for their iftar, and of course, the vice president will be in the deputy speaker's office with few other cabinet ministers in the event that they cannot fit at the speaker's board room. He will be joined by the Minister for National Assembly Matters, and then we'll have, of course, Finance, Defense, and Interior. Then we'll have senior government officials at the canteen, members of parliament as well also at the canteens. Honorable members, I will adjourn this assembly for 55 minutes. We shall resume at 8 p.m. This house is suspended.